LinkedIn isn't just a job board, it's the professional layer of the internet, and it is where hiring managers, mentors, and opportunities come to find you. And here's the key line: you don't need to have graduated to be on LinkedIn. You need to be on LinkedIn to be found. One of the things I would have done differently while I was an undergraduate student is to actively be on LinkedIn because I've done a whole lot of things. I was volunteering for top organizations. I have co-founded an NGO while I was an undergraduate student. That was like 11 years ago, but I was never on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, so you're welcome to day three of potentially summer career learning experience. Day one, day two, we've talked about CVs, right, and recruiters, and you're beginning to have a clear picture of what makes a strong CV, even though we have not yet practicalized some of those things and even take that. But we'll do that in the workshop by the end of the week, and we'll have a speaker also on Saturday to help us understand some things better or to unravel your questions. But we are here for you. Today is just going to be about LinkedIn taking your stories online. Let's go. So there are going to be three takeaways from today's, and which is why LinkedIn matters right now, not after graduation. Okay. Second is the five profile section recruiters actually check, and the third is how to write a headline and about section that gets you noticed. Now, many of you feel you don't have enough to put on LinkedIn yet. That feeling is wrong, and today I will show you why. A partial but well-written profile beats no profile because it means you are findable for the opportunity you haven't even heard about yet. Okay, and for me personally, a week hardly goes by without a recruiter reaching out to me, either for part-time gigs or what have you. So now here's the number of recruiters that use LinkedIn to find and vet candidates. 87%, and this is a Job Vital Recruiter Notion report. 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn. So imagine if 87% use LinkedIn. Why are you not on LinkedIn? So that you can be found, okay? So think about what that means in practice. When a recruiter receives a CV they like, the very next thing they do is to look you up on LinkedIn. If they find nothing, some may move on, some may not, right? But when they find you on LinkedIn, it's beginning to put a voice or put a face or put a purpose through your application. If they find a strong, consistent profile, it reinforces the decision to call. LinkedIn is not optional. It is the professional layer of your identity online. And even though other social media like Facebook, Twitter has been great also in terms of finding all of those things, but most of that is just about you selling yourself and you get attracted to people. But LinkedIn, they come to look for you. Okay, it's about having one that exists, that is current and it's findable. It is not about being perfect. Okay, from day one, you keep improving. So when a recruiter lands on your profile, the first thing they see before they scroll out is your profile photo. Okay, your location and your connection count. That's the above the fold moment, right? And it matters enormously. Your photo should be professional and clear, not a group photo, not a cropped nights out picture. A well-lit phone photo with a plain background work perfectly. And you do not need to pay for a professional one. You can just use AI to optimize it actually. Okay, there are many AI tools that will turn your photos to a professional photo shoot. Okay, and your headline, that's the single most important text field in the whole profile. It appears in every search result, every message preview, every connection request. Most people just write their job title or their degree. The best profiles write a value statement. Okay, but it all depends on what state or what stage you are in your career and how many impact you've made or achievement that you've had. So here are the five profile section recruiters actually check. One is going to be your headline, which is around 220 characters. And the next is your about or summary, which is 3 to 5 sentences covering who you are, what you've done, and what you're looking for. This can be lengthier depending on your experience and your career trajectory. And the third is going to be the experience, and you can always use the same starlight approach as a CV, and you just mirror it here. Okay, and you can use AI or ChatGPT to just kind of tailor it. So for me, I usually in the experience, I usually sometimes I write what I've achieved, and sometimes I just remove it. So because my LinkedIn changes all the time, because I use my LinkedIn to demonstrate things for people. Okay, yeah. So and the next thing is education. And when I mean it changes, I don't mean like maybe my job title and all of that. No, I mean like how I optimize it. So the experience remain the same, but you know, in the experience there's the about section where you just write what you've done. So maybe at the end of the session, I'll at the week I'll show you guys my LinkedIn. You'll be able to see it, and then we'll see how I structured mine. It's consistent all through the years, and but in terms of whether to add the skills or not to add it, I just add it and remove it, because constantly I have mentees I show LinkedIn profile. So that's the aspect I'm trying to mention. So the next is your education, degree institution, and any relevant modules or societies or even certifications. So like for me now in my LinkedIn, you're going to find out my publications I've had, and then my Microsoft Power BI data analyst certification, and which is also skills in terms of endorsements. You list all those skills. Yeah, so those are just the five key things you need to put on your LinkedIn, but you can always alternate, or how you do that will matter depending on your experience, your career, and then the purpose. So let's focus on that headline, the one field that changes everything. You've got 220 characters. Most people just write something like computer science student at University of Lagos, or recent graduate looking for opportunities. Neither of those actually works. Sometimes it does, but most time it doesn't. Here's a stronger formula of what you can do. So what you do or aspire to do, right? So you make use of that. Then maybe you use the pipe, which is this one, then you use the pipe, then you now put one or two key skills. So here is where you write what you do or aspire to do. For me now on my own, you see Microsoft and Google certified data analyst, then search, then one or two key skills, or will you help. For me now, I mentioned like building potently to help underserved. So and then I completed it by adding sort of things. And this is a very perfect example here. Aspiring HR consultant, because no experience yet, right? But if you're already an HR consultant, maybe like experience, or use other verb or qualifying stuff. Okay, so the headlines follow you everywhere on LinkedIn in search results connection. That's why you just have to get it right, and you will never fall behind if you make use of this formula. Now your about section. Tell your story in about 5 sentences. Answer 4 questions: who you are right now, what have you done, what have you done that's relevant, what do you care about or what you're building toward, and what are you looking for. Here's example. I am a final year psychology graduate with a particular interest in organizational behavior. Over the past 2 years, I've led student mentoring program and completed an internship with a community development charity. I'm passionate about people-centered workplace, and I'm currently looking for graduate roles in HR or people operations, open to connect with professionals in this space. Notice that person has a mentoring. Okay, so here's the two tool spotlights. Okay, so there are tools that you can use to build that you can use to build your LinkedIn better, your LinkedIn profile. So the LinkedIn has an inbuilt checker which completes, or which checks for completeness. Okay, and you can as well paste your headline on Grammarly or Quillbot, and just to make it publish. So in the demo, we're going to build a LinkedIn profile, right? And it's going to show you how all of these things work. Here's your action for today. Update your LinkedIn headline using the formula from this session. Then write the first draft of your about session, 3 to 5 sentences. Done is better than perfect, okay? And your reflection is going to be for you to look at your profile right now. What does it say about you? And is that the story you want to tell? What's the one thing you will change about how you appear online? Share your new headline in the classroom stream for feedback. You can also share it on the WhatsApp group, or you share it on the comment section here on YouTube, and we are going to give you feedback. You are now findable. Tomorrow, we make sure that what people find genuinely reflect who you are, because LinkedIn is a platform, but personal brand is the strategy behind it. Up next, Personal Brand 101. See you then, and that's 10 minutes. Cheers.